Welcome to Let's Talk Wellness. It's time to have new conversations about mental health. Join Mara James as she guides us along this journey. And now, let's talk wellness.
Welcome to Let's Talk Wellness. I'm your host, Mara James, and I want to say thank you for joining us today. These conversations are all about taking a deeper dive into understanding how we can support children and their families to have better mental health and wellness. Let's Talk Wellness is brought to you by the Extraordinary Lives Foundation, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to improve children's mental health and emotional wellness. You could find out more information about ELF and more episodes at elfempowers.org/podcasts, and you can find the link in the show information below. Now, let's talk wellness with today's guest, Shannon Argyros. Shannon is the co-founder and CEO of Positive Beverage, a female-owned, healthy, and a functional beverage company who is passionate about bringing health and wellness to families. Welcome, Shannon.
Thanks, Mara.
So, why did you start Positive Beverage?
So I was looking for a healthy beverage that I could provide to my family. And I was looking for something that did not use sucralose or aspartame or sugar. I was strictly looking for something that used stevia and provided hydration and vitamins and electrolytes. I couldn't find anything on the market. And so that's when I met our co-founder, Zach Munchnick, and he was providing one such beverage. And that's when I hopped in and said, let's do this.
I love it. Okay, so those amazing words that you mentioned, for some of us that aren't so familiar, if I got it right, you said it doesn't have sucralose and aspartame?
Aspartame. So those are two artificial sweeteners that are not healthy, that are chemicals created in a lab. And so what I was looking for was the healthy stevia leaf as a sweetener.
Okay, beautiful. So stevia is it similar
derived
to sugar, or?
Stevia is derived from a leaf similar to like a mint leaf. It's a sweet leaf, and you can extract the sweetness out of it, so it's completely natural. Obviously, sugar is completely natural as well, but if you're looking to watch your calories or you're trying to avoid sugar to prevent cancer, etc., it's not something that you want in your diet, and there's so much of it everywhere. So I was really trying to minimize the amount of sugar in my diet and in my family's diet.
Beautiful. Yeah. And they always say, like, what you eat today are your emotions tomorrow. And the simple white sugar is definitely something we don't want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and you were talking to me about healthy energy. So can you talk to us about, are there two different type of drinks? Is that correct?
Correct. When I originally invested in Positive Beverage, we had one product line that was Positive Beverage, and that's the original beverage that is vitamins, electrolytes, and calcium. And then a couple years ago, my son, who races go-karts, was at the go-kart track and had one last race of the day. He was really tired. And he said, "Mom, can I have a Monster or a Red Bull to give me that extra energy for my last race?" And I said, "Absolutely not. We're not putting those chemicals in your body, but hey, let's go to a health food store afterwards and let's go see what we can give you to drink." And so I did. We looked at every label for all the energy beverages and teas, and I could not find one beverage that would give him the energy that he wanted, but that satisfied my desire for something healthy that he was putting in his body. So that's why we created Positive Energy. And that is, again, vitamins, electrolytes, and organic green tea extract. So they're getting the energy from organic green tea, but they're getting vitamins and electrolytes, and without, again, the artificial sugars, without artificial dyes, like nothing that doesn't need to be in there.
Love that. And how old is or was your son when you started, when he started asking for the drinks?
He was 12.
Beautiful. And I love that. You know what? Everything in moderation. And we don't want to say no if we can give a substitute. I have a friend whose son, you probably know her, is in high school, and her son wanted the Monster drinks. And she said no. And she found your drink, and it's great. It's that happy combo.
Right. I mean, you think about kids at the soccer field and stuff, and they're drinking Gatorade, which is, fine, but you have the sugars, which leads to a crash. You have the artificial dyes that don't need to be in there. And you have a lot of parents that just don't want the chemicals in their child. So that's me. So I'm trying to provide a healthier option for the rest of the moms out there that want to give their children the energy that they need to function, but without the bad stuff.
So beautiful. So the green tea is, why'd you choose that?
So because it's a natural source of caffeine, I didn't want to use the guarana and the taurine, those other chemicals. But if you think of green tea in the wintertime, if you're out skiing and you give your child green tea, that's what we're providing here. So it's safe for teenagers. It's not going to get you the like jittery, crazy with all the caffeine like those other energy drinks out there. We're just trying to give them a little bit of a boost, but stay within the realm of being natural. So that's why we're just using green tea.
And isn't green tea good for your immune system?
So there's lots of things that are good for your immune system, including the vitamins that we have in there. Both of our beverages have vitamins B12 and C. And then our energy also has zinc in it. So we're supporting your immune system while we're hydrating you and providing you with energy.
And why did you choose B12 and C? And I know this is so it seems probably so obvious to you, but for some of us, it's not so obvious. So yeah, if you could share why B12 and why vitamin C.
Right. So B12 is one of those essential nutrients that we need, but our body doesn't produce. So we need to be getting vitamin B12 from our diet. Traditionally, B12 is found through animal products, proteins, and dairy. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, it might be hard for you to be getting B12 unless you're taking a supplement. So one of the benefits of both of our beverages is it provides you with 110% of your daily recommended values for B12. The other beautiful thing is that our products taste amazing, so you don't have that vitamin taste afterwards or in your mouth like some of the other ones can. B12 is essential for several functions, including to help your brain and your nervous system function properly. It also assists with the healthy formation of red blood cells, so that's helping your immune system. That's the importance of B12. And then obviously vitamin C, as we know, really important for our health and wellness, and same with zinc. So packed with vitamins.
Amazing, amazing. And then so there's one for energy, that's positive energy. And then what was the other one?
Positive beverage, the one that I'm drinking right now, which is just vitamins, electrolytes, and no caffeine. I think I've got enough energy going for today. So I'm just drinking the positive beverage for electrolytes, which is hydrating my body and keeping my nervous system functioning. And then the positive beverage also has calcium in it. So we know that the calcium is important for building strong bones and teeth. And so we're providing a non-dairy option for getting that calcium to our families. So they're all vegan, non-GMO, organic, and super healthy, but tastes great.
Gluten-free?
Gluten-free as well.
Wow.
Yes.
And what I love about it, doesn't stain your teeth like the coffee in the morning, but also it's like a quick drink to go, right? Especially for a mother who has young children who's running around and needs that extra boost that doesn't have time to make a hot cup of coffee. If you have a baby, you don't want to spill it, God forbid, spilling a hot drink on them. So this seems like a really quick, easy, good tasting answer.
Our goal is to provide healthy hydration for families. And so we want to give them something that can nourish their bodies, that's healthy and hydrating.
I love that. So what about, my husband's an OB/GYN, so I always think, what about like a pregnant or a nursing mama? Any restrictions for them, or what would you recommend?
Positive beverage without the caffeine. If you're, sensitive to caffeine, then I certainly wouldn't start taking caffeine when you're pregnant, or nursing, but certainly the positive beverage, which is just, vitamins, electrolytes, and calcium. That's what your body needs and needs for building a baby inside of you. So it's all good.
Right. And then for the children, what age would you recommend is a good age,
Positive beverage is safe for all ages. If you're providing, if you're doing lunch boxes for your child and you're considering juice or milk, positive beverage would be a great alternative if you're looking to watch the caloric intake for your school age child.
Amazing, amazing. And then for the energy, probably when they're
energy, we recommend more teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because
Gotcha.
the kids under that age, they have enough energy as it is. But if they're out at the soccer field and they need a little extra oomph, certainly it's safe for teenagers to drink the green tea based products.
Right. And I love that they don't really have, they don't have the crash, right?
Right.
So that is a huge thing. I remember when my daughter was playing softball and had to go through, 3 games, 12 hours a day. And I would give her fruit because I thought it was so healthy. I was giving grapes and watermelon, and I realized, oh my God, that's a lot of sugar. And she would crash
Mhm.
after. So finally switching over, it made such a difference.
Yes. So using that stevia leaf, the erythritol, and just a dash of monk fruit to keep it 0 calories, 0 sugar. They're not going to have that sugar crash that they would get from those other electrolyte type beverages that are just loaded with sugar.
So beautiful. And then for the fitness enthusiasts, what do you recommend for them?
So for fitness enthusiasts, I enjoy the Positive Energy as a pre-workout. So does my son.
Smart.
And then I like the Positive Beverage post-workout because it has, again, just filled with all those potassium electrolytes.
Right. And I love that. So, I don't think enough people are getting, enough fluids, right? Whether it's water or just some type of fluids. And I know that has a large impact, on their moods or behaviors. Anything you could share with us about that?
Sure. So electrolytes are important for our diet, and there's different kinds of electrolytes. A lot of those hydrating beverages, if you look at the back, it's sodium, which means it's salt. That is not ideal. If you're an athlete or a fitness enthusiast, you would prefer to have your electrolytes from potassium electrolytes. Think banana, potassium. So electrolytes are important because they help your muscles contract. And it helps with just basic heart functions. So that's why electrolytes are really important. They help regulate the chemical reactions going on in our body and the fluid levels in those cells. So it's keeping you balanced. That's what electrolytes are for. So it's important to have the electrolytes, but there are definitely better ones. And potassium electrolytes, like what we use, are better than salt, because as we know, salt and sodium not good for our bodies.
Right. And I didn't even realize till now that there are different types of electrolytes. So thank you
Yeah.
for sharing that. I keep hearing the word balance. I'm like, I love that you're saying that. It's like positive balanced energy, like that's such a key thing that people don't realize. And when you start, a lot of times we don't realize things about ourselves, but we realize about our kids. And when your kids, if they're balanced, the behaviors, good night's sleep, eating well, drinking well, as opposed to those meltdowns and everything. So that is beautiful. So it's really good for talk to us like the physical, the emotional, and the mental well-being.
So here at Positive Beverage, we believe in a positive body, mind, and soul. Our slogan is drink positive, think positive, be positive. And we believe that how you think and how you feel starts with what you're putting into your body. So we want to put in good, wholesome ingredients into our beverages so that our consumers are consuming something healthy so that they're feeling good. If you don't eat good, and you're eating sugar, you get that crash and you don't feel good. So if you're putting good stuff in, vitamins that make you feel good, electrolytes that make you feel good and energized, you're going to feel good. And then that in turn creates good, positive thoughts, enables you to make good decisions that are positive. So part of what we're trying to do here is provide positive, positive foods, right? Positive drinks to make you feel good so that you're able to think positive. So we want to be that reminder to choose to be positive.
Beautiful, which definitely can be challenging, especially with things going on this day and age, right? I love that. And it's so funny because I'm thinking like feel good and be good, where, like I always think kids want to do well if they can, but if their immune system's off, if they're not sleeping well, if they're not eating, if they're not balanced, they'll just be more likely to have a meltdown. They're less resilient. So really your drinks can help directly or indirectly with resilience.
Agreed.
I love that. So yeah, but the positivity, that's amazing. What other future endeavors do you envision with all the positivity and foods and drinks that you'll expand to?
Well, we've got the 2 product lines right now. We did have a water during COVID that was positive H2O. We're looking to expand on our flavors and possibly break into some sticks, some powdered options so that when you're traveling, you can take the positivity with you. It's kind of hard to travel with a can, but trust me, I do it. But it does weigh your luggage down.
Yeah.
So looking to do that in the future would be great.
That's great. And you know what? Having that powder too would be great because I have a packet of electrolytes that I always take in the airplane with me because it's so dry there and it really helps
Yes.
to hydrate. So having those and putting them in that large bottle of water be so great to sell it at the airports for everyone traveling, letting them know the benefits, you know, that,
Absolutely.
yeah. Have you had stories that you could share? Have you had feedback yet? I don't know if you've done any surveys to parents or to not even parents, everybody, right? Fitness enthusiasts, anybody having the drinks.
Honestly, I was just in a store, a home goods store on Friday, and the gal behind the counter said the word positive, and I teased her. I was like, "Oh," she said positive. I have to take a drink. And I had a beverage on me, and so I did. That's kind of a joke that I have. Anytime somebody says the word positive, I take a drink. And it's surprising and also affirming to hear how many times the word positive comes up in everyday language. And
Oh
just
no, how
acknowledge.
many drinks are you taking?
But it's good. I love it because I
Yeah.
think we have to acknowledge when there's something positive and we have to celebrate that. So anyway, she said that's really funny. Why are you doing that? And I said, well, I actually own a company called Positive Beverage. So anytime I hear the word positive, I have to take a drink. And she's looking up the beverage company and she goes, oh my gosh, I know that brand. My sister and I drink this all the time and we love the peach flavor. And so I started talking to her about it and I was like, okay, so tell me, what is it that you love about Positive Beverage? And she said, my sister and I try not to drink very often. And so when we do, or when we do, we like to use your beverage as a mixer. Instead of a boring vodka soda, we're trying to watch our calories. So we'll use your beverage for a little bit of flavor. But then also the rest of the week when we're not drinking, we like to just put your drink the Positive Beverage because it's flavorful and it's 0 calorie and 0 sugar. And it tastes great. So that was
Amazing. Oh,
very
that's great.
affirming.
Yeah, for sure. And is it carbonated? Are the drinks carbonated or?
It is lightly carbonated. Yes,
But that's nice because it gives it more like body, right?
correct.
Oh, that is amazing. Okay, we are going to take a brief break and we'll be right back.
We hope that you're enjoying today's Let's Talk Wellness podcast. And if you have a topic that you would like us to explore, we would love to hear from you. Simply email us at info@elfempowers.org. That's info@elfempowers.org. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Wellness. I am your host, Mara James, and today we have Shannon Argyros. Welcome back, Shannon.
Thank you, Mara.
So let's go back to when you first started the company. Did you already have all of this amazing knowledge about nutrition?
It was a long journey. My husband had had the gastric bypass surgery about 10 years prior to investing in Positive Beverage. And so during those 10 years, I had watched him consume a number of beverages every day to try and stay hydrated. And so he was drinking about 10 propels a day, which was fine. But once we had our son and I really became concerned about what he was ingesting on a daily basis, fruits, vegetables, healthy foods, the propels in the refrigerator started to bother me because I knew about aspartame and sucralose. And my son wanted to drink what dad was drinking. And I wasn't comfortable with that. And so I really started looking into what other beverages I could possibly provide to him that were healthy and nutritious, but were also low in calories. I really couldn't find anything. But I did a lot of research on various sweeteners. And what I really enjoyed was stevia. I'm that mom that carries the stevia packets, when I have iced tea. So I've got the stevia packet in my purse. So I really want to be careful about what I'm putting in my body. So that led me to nudge my husband when Positive Beverage came across our desk. And I was like, this is exactly what I've been looking for and that I can't find. There's no artificial colors, there's no artificial dyes, there's no artificial sweeteners. It's just stevia, and it's got vitamins and electrolytes. So it's even better than a Propel. So that's initially why I got involved in Positive Beverage. And it's been great. And I just want to share that with all the other moms out there so that they can provide a healthy option for their family. And yeah, I mean, that was really the journey. So the journey and the information was all self-taught, scouring the internet, learning about sweeteners and talking with other moms.
That is amazing. And definitely, we talk about moms, it doesn't have to be, but as the role of who's going to the supermarket and who's in charge of nutrition for the family, it's really good for them to know about this. And it's so interesting. I always say, like, we don't do things until we have children. And then a lot of times that's when we start taking care of ourselves, or we start figuring out, like, forget, like, if our kid wants it, is it healthy enough? Forget what we want, right? Also you, I love how you do philanthropy throughout our community in Orange County, and you have such a positive impact with Positive Beverage. Can you share with us some of the amazing things that you do? And of course, don't forget to share about the wonderful event we partnered with at the Boys and Girls Club.
Absolutely. So philanthropy is a big part of my background and certainly my family's background. And so part of the mission here at Positive Beverage is to not only provide healthy hydration, but to make a positive impact in the communities in which we serve and serve our consumers. So we do, and we support a number of philanthropic organizations in the community here in Orange County, California, either by providing in-kind donations with our healthy beverages. For example, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation has some walkathons, and these children in particular cannot have sugar. So we are a great healthy option, and we provide our beverages for their walks to, help support and have these children feel like they're normal, right? They can have a beverage. Here's something you can have and to give to their parents so that they can provide that option for their children. Another of other charities that we support include Olive Crest, which is another organization here in Orange County, California, and Arizona that provides safe housing and programming for families and at-risk children and foster children. So that's a great organization that we've partnered with, and so many other ones, including Big Brothers Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Club, etc. So just so many that we are trying to support and have a positive impact with.
That's beautiful. And I also love, like, when you're bringing it to also a lot of nonprofits that support low income children that don't have access to this, a fun and yummy drink, right? So I think it makes them, like, when I saw them at the Boys and Girls Club walk up to you, I'm like, is this for us too? And they were so excited to receive a bottle. Like, the smiles on their faces was just profound. And,
part of our founding mission is to provide this healthy hydration, but at an affordable price point. We believe that healthy hydration should be available to all people, regardless of whether or not they have, the income to shop at a Whole Foods. We want this product to be available to everyone. And so we believe definitely in equitable nutrition. So our products are very, around $250, depending on the retailer.
And is it available on Amazon for some of us?
It is, yes. So all of my dog food and beverages, they come straight to my door. I don't buy them at the grocery store. It's just too much work. There's an easier option. So yes, available on Amazon to be shipped right to your door. Provide healthy hydration for your entire family.
That's amazing. So, and we will put those links in the show information. So are there ways for people to get involved with your organization that really believe in what you're doing?
They can follow us on social media and help spread the word. Grab a can, take it to your girlfriend, take it to your friend, take it to the soccer fields, and share the positivity with the other parents and a healthier option. Beyond that, if they want to reach out via Instagram, feel free to send a message. We're happy to partner with other people that are positive and want to share the positivity and spread the positivity.
So beautiful. So you mentioned Instagram. Are you on other platforms?
LinkedIn as well, Facebook.
Okay.
Look at Positive Beverage.
Okay, great. And we'll put those information in there. Shannon, I want to say thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for what you're doing to make our world a better place, starting in Orange County. For you, all of our friends out there, you are amazing.
Thank you, Mara. Thank you for what you're doing as well.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Let's Talk Wellness. This podcast has been brought to you by the Extraordinary Lives Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you would like to listen to more conversations like this, we invite you to subscribe to our mailing list at www.elfempowers.org to be notified when our episodes are published. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to bringing you our next conversation on Let's Talk Wellness.